Good morning, everybody. I'm trying not to show too much this morning because there's some people out doing their activities. I'm not trying not to film people, like you guys know. Good morning. Well, it's morning where I am. It is 9:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today is Saturday, November 16th, 2024. I'm drinking some coffee. I am also eating, so I know some people don't like the sounds of food, people eating, but I don't mind it. Yes, I could have easily waited until I was done eating, but I didn't want to. I'm not like everybody. I feel like people want to make you just like everybody else. People want to put you in a box. Everybody's different. And if somebody doesn't like you, then they can just find someone else, right? Whether that's friendship or whatever, people got to take you or leave you, right? I'm almost done eating. I don't have much to go. So, eating some leftovers for breakfast and drinking some coffee. We will get onto the topic soon. Let me put a poll. Hi, Tornado. Good morning. It's morning where I am. Sand Demon Commander Spawner says I got a longer name. Yeah, you sure do. Yeah, I think I have one of the longest names I've ever seen. So today's live is just about being thankful for ourselves. I feel like a lot of times we give credit to all these other outside things and outside people. We're not thankful for ourselves enough. Like our body, our mind has gotten us this far through life, and we got to keep going. So I just feel like we don't show enough appreciation to ourselves, and I'm going to show myself today and forevermore, every day, that I'm thankful for me. I got me through the hard times. I know that I'm not going to get religious with anybody. I know people get religious about they thinking they're whoever, they're entities, they're whatever, they're gods for doing this and that, waking you up. But you're the one putting the boots on the ground. You're the one actually doing stuff, getting through these things. So I just want to say shout out to yourself if you are a survivor, if you're surviving life. Just give yourself more credit. Like, shout out to our bodies. Like, shout out to your body for continuing to do the things that it needs to do to keep you alive. Do people really think about that? Like, our body is so complicated. One false move, you out of here sometimes. So I'm really thankful for my body who and my mind who has done its best to keep me as healthy as I can. It's up to us to put the right foods and energies and information in our heads. So it's a lot of responsibilities on our shoulders. So shout out to yourself for being here today, being able to communicate, being able to try again to see another day. Yesterday's gone, but today is the present, and we got to be thankful for the gift. Today is the present. Today is a present, so be present. Damien says hi. Hi, Damien. Sand Demon says yay. Sussy says hello. Hello, Sussy. I just really love me. I love myself, and I want you all to love yourself too. It's very important to love yourself. Self love will get you through a lot of things, and self love will prevent you from getting involved in certain things that are harmful to you and others around you. It's not really a forest, it's just the back area of where I live. It's just trees. It's not considered a forest. It does kind of look like a forest though, right? I think that we think that lots of trees mean it's a forest. But you just can't see beyond the trees, and that's why it looks like a forest to you. Tornado says, ma'am, did you hear the song I recommended to you? I'm not even gonna lie to you, Tornado. I screenshotted it, but I haven't looked back at my screenshot. Tell it to me again, and I have my other phone on me, and I'll listen to it in my ear without any copyright issues. Or I could just look it up now. But remind me, I did screenshot a Tornado. I didn't forget about you. Sometimes I get busy. But I did not listen to it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Sussy says, can I tell you a song? Go ahead. Oh no, I did hear that. Yes, Tornado. I heard that. It's a very interesting song. Like when you first start, you're kind of confused about what's the song about. It's a very deep song. Let me hear a little snippet of it to refresh my memory. But I did hear it this same time you told me about it. After we got off the live, I listened to it. Let me look it up and look up the lyrics. Oh, yeah, but I did listen to it. That's one I'm not, yeah, I did listen to that. I think I forgot to talk to you about it, or I didn't see you. I don't know. Yep, I remember seeing this. Yep. It's a long song. So you guys, Tornado recommended a song called I'll Keep Coming, song by Low Roar. And I'll read a little bit of the lyrics. It says, faintly, I'll go to take this. Head on, soon I'll come around. Lost and never found, waiting for my words. Seen but never heard, buried underground, but I'll keep coming. Wipe those tears off and make your heart proud. Soon I'll come around, lost and never found, waiting for my words, seen but never heard. Buried underground, I'll keep coming. I'll keep coming, I'll keep coming. So the song is it's not a lot of lyrics, but it's a long song. And it's like a very dramatic music. But I heard it before, Tornado. Thanks for recommending it. Sussy says, play from the Underground by Deadly Guns. I'll screenshot that. Well, I can't play songs, you all, because copyright. I can get a copyright strike, and I don't want to jeopardize my channel. So I screenshotted that. Derog Laura says, hi from Prague. Dara here. Hello. So she says, sorry, the song has heavy beat. No, it's okay. I like all kind of music. Bro, Kevin says, bro, I cannot wait for when I'm without sin. First thing I'm going to do is cast the first stone. That's a good one, Kevin. Tornado, I truly love that song. Yeah, it's so motivating. I want to hear you play it. Sussy, I can't play. Are you understanding me? I'm not allowed to play copyright songs on YouTube. I thought I had more napkins out here. Ooh. It's not copyright, but I'm still not gonna risk it, Sussy. I will listen to it. If you come back to another of my live, I'll let you know what I think about it. Okay. I will get back to you, Sussy. Hi, Jorka. So I asked, are you proud of yourself? And 83% of you said yes, and 17% of you said no. Those of you who are not proud of yourself, you should be proud of yourself. Okay? Life is not easy at all. It's not easy at all. So you got to be proud of yourself for getting through school, getting through work, getting through your family, getting through friends. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot for a person. And when you don't have a lot of support from family or friends, it's even harder. So you have to give yourself credit. You have to give yourself grace and just be nice to yourself. Take care of yourself. You are, you should be your number one priority, your number one cheerleader. One of my favorite quotes, I might not say it right, but it says, don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even in the darkness, your shadow leaves you. Boom. So always depend on yourself, always love yourself, support yourself as much as you can. It's good to get help from family and friends, but at the end of the day, you can't expect them to help you or save you, because they're trying to save themselves or live their own lives. So do a lot for yourself and reach out for the support that you need. But at the end of the day, you only have you. You have your back. Sussy says, I'm proud of me doing well in school. I'm proud of you too, Sussy. Are you almost done? Kuro Damikuto says, hi, hi. Let me move this. Somebody put a golf ball over here. So let me move my camera. My camera is moved temporarily, everybody. I was just working out to Grow with Joe. So shout out to Grow with Joe. I'm thankful for her channel. Do you guys know who Grow with Joe is? She does workout, like aerobics, fitness stuff on YouTube. Check her out, Grow with Joe. She has a great personality. She's very motivating, very cheerful, very happy-go-lucky vibes. You know, I don't know her personally, but from her videos, she smiles with you while you're exercising. She doesn't talk the whole time, which I really like. So she just plays the music and exercises, and she's, you know, looking at you. So if y'all need some motivation for working out, exercising, check out Grow with Joe. That's GROWWITH&JO. Check her out on YouTube. She's the bomb. Like, she has like 2 million subscribers or something like that. Let's see here. Sussy says getting higher than 75% is almost all my getting 75% in almost all my subjects. Congratulations to you, Sussy. Keep going. You got this. Sussy says, nah, I'm in 9th grade. Okay. So you're what do you call that? That's a freshman, right? Sunshine Love says happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, Sunshine Love. Thank you. I'm just here trying to motivate you all and just saying everybody needs to be proud of. I guess the person's not going to come back for their ball. They left their ball over here. I guess when it comes to sports. Anyway. You guys, self-care is really important. Whether it's taking a break from everything, all the noise, all the sound, and just sitting in silence, taking a walk, going to the gym, going to your favorite restaurant by yourself, getting a manicure, getting a pedicure, getting a facial. Whatever self-care is to you, take your time out for yourself, for you. You can't have the energy to help everybody else if you're not helping yourself. And I know this is very cliche, but you know how you go on an airplane and they tell you about if there's an emergency landing, you have to get the oxygen that comes down. They said if you're with a child or someone that needs help, you need to give your oxygen to yourself first before you give it to your child. So if you don't have enough air or energy for yourself, how are you going to give it to other people? So it's like the same thing. Hector Sestiaga says, that place looks so peaceful and the background sound is amazing with the birds going down, chirping away. I agree, Hector. Sussy says, let me see. Grade 8 was so flipping hard. Yeah, school is not easy. Sussy says, I hate geometry. Yeah, geometry, I was never a math person. Never a math person. Ooh. Are you looking for your ball? Yeah. It went down here somewhere. I don't know exactly, but I feel like it flew over here somewhere. You're welcome. But Sussy, are you still doing geometry, or try to get a tutor? Try to work with one of the smartest people in your class. Be friendly with them because they might help you. So I would say get with someone who's really good in school, good with geometry, or get a tutor and talk to your teacher. Say, hey, I'm really struggling here. What do you suggest? Is there any support that I could get? It's just one ball. He'll be right. Sussy says, nah, next year I'm in grade 10. Best you know, I say bye-bye to geometry. Okay, so you're not going to have to do geometry anymore? Beyond that? I forgot how school works about, like, what level gets what subjects. I don't remember. I can't keep track. All right, y'all. So I'm going to read something to you about self-love, okay? Let me back up a little bit. I'm trying to give you guys a decent view without invading in other people's space. There's people playing golf nearby, and I'm trying not to get them in the view and stuff like that. One of the guys actually hit a ball over here, and I don't know where it went, but I saw it go to the left of me. Sussy says there's standards in school, standard 2 in grade 4. Sussy says standard 7 is grade 10. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to read something about self-love because it's very important, y'all. I'm just on Google. So self-love is a positive regard for yourself. It's an important part of overall well-being. It's closely related to self-esteem and self-compassion. Here are some characteristics of self-love. Appreciation. You have a positive regard for yourself and understanding your own value. Compassion. You observe your actions and words with compassion, as if you were your own best friend. Self-awareness. You have a good understanding of both your strengths and weaknesses. Self-care. You nurture your body and take care of your well-being. Boundaries. You set boundaries to protect your energy and advocate for what you need. Authenticity. You feel comfortable living by your personal beliefs and values rather than conforming to external standards. Sussy says, but my country doesn't use standards. Okay, I understand. Every country is different. Sussy says, if people are gay, I support them. I support all kinds of people. I don't hate. Yeah, we got to worry about ourselves as long as they're not hurting you or someone you love. Self-love self-love can have many positive effects, including motivating you to take action, take chances, and take on new opportunities. Reducing harmful behavior, empowering you to say no to things that don't work for you, improving your mental fitness, improving your relationships, helping you navigate life's ups and downs. Self love is a practice that takes time and commitment. You can start by checking in with yourself about your feelings toward your mental health, motivation, and overall well being. Taking a moment to look in the mirror and say aloud, for example, say your name is Sally. You could say, Sally, I love you. Giving yourself the love that you freely give to others. So I think a lot of times we're giving to people more than we're giving to ourselves. And it's very important to give to yourself. So the poll that I have now says, are you proud of yourself? And most of you, 88% of you said yes. 12% says no. I'm going to start a new poll. And I'm going to ask, do you practice self-love? Oh, I'll say, do you love yourself? Okay. Do you love yourself? Excuse me. Sussy says, my profile pic is of my llama. Zoomed in so close. Aw. I've never seen a llama in person. Last year for Halloween, I was a llama. I had a llama suit. I gave it away. It was okay. It was a cute little outfit, but it was not as warm as I thought it would be, honestly. I only had shorts underneath, and I should have had like leggings or some type of pants with long sleeves. So I underestimated, or no, I overestimated the warmth of the llama suit. So if I do a llama as for Halloween another year, I'll make sure that I layer up even underneath. So Sussy says, I'm sorry, I'm the only person watching this. And it's okay, Sussy. I'm okay. Don't feel pressure to interact. Don't feel pressure for anything. I appreciate it. I'm gonna be here regardless of somebody coming or not. And that's why self-love is so important, because a lot of times I feel like I feel like I'm talking fast. That's why self-love is so important, because a lot of times we look for outside people and things to make us feel good and feel loved and feel wanted and feel needed and cared for. You got to love yourself regardless. If you're the only one there, 10 people in the room. Hey, Christian Thomas. No, I don't snore, Christian. I don't. I don't snore at all. So you have to be okay with yourself, whether you're the only person in your live, the only person in your home, only person in the class. Like, you got to be okay with yourself. You got to be with being alone. You got to be okay with being alone. Hi, Micah Huber. I have a headache. Let me go get some water. You guys, give me a moment. Let me go grab some water. No, put this up. Okay, I'm back. How to get some water. Sussy says, I respect myself and other people. That's very good, Sussy. Micah says, hi. I think I said hi already. Sussy says, I have one more week of school of exams and I go to grade 10. Good for you. Michael Hooper says, I'm in a 12. Okay, Micah, you're almost done. You have plans after high school, Micah? What do you want to do for work? Are you going to keep going to school? Oh, Air Force. Okay. That's cool. You got to be very skilled. I remember I was watching a movie called Little Miss Sunshine, and her brother, the young girl who's the star of the movie, she was, I don't know, maybe 10. And her brother was like a teenager, and he wanted to join the Air Force. And they were on a road trip, and he was looking at something in a book, or she showed him something in a book, and she said, what color is that? And he said the wrong color. And she said, no, it's not. Anyway, so long story short, they found out in the car that he was colorblind. And they said that you cannot, I think you can't be in the Air Force or you can't fly a plane if you're colorblind. So yeah, he was very upset about it because basically he felt like his chance of being in the Air Force was ruined because he was colorblind. He couldn't see all colors. It's a good amount of the population that's colorblind, actually, I think. I gotta double check and look it up. But yeah, I did not know that you couldn't be colorblind. Obviously, you can't be colorblind because that could be very dangerous. If you're flying and you see the wrong color, you assume it's something else. You think it's a certain enemy, that it's not the enemy, and you shoot down the wrong person, or so yeah. Micah says you can. Micah says Top Gun Maverick. That's my favorite movie. Okay, never seen it. Is that with Tom Cruise? So you're saying, Micah, are you saying that you could be colorblind? I didn't know that. Well, Little Miss Sunshine, I don't know. Okay, so according to Google, yes, you can be in the military if you are colorblind, but it may limit your job options. So job options. Some jobs like pilots, air traffic controllers, and special forces require normal color vision. However, there are still many positions available for those with color blindness. For example, the U.S. Marine Corps allows individuals with low degrees of color vision deficiency to enlist. The Coast Guard does not allow individuals with color blindness to serve because of the nature of their work. Okay, so you can be in it, you just have to be limited to certain things. So it looks like the air is not so much. Sussy says, do I have a TV or another phone? Sussy says, do you have a TV or another phone? I have another phone. Micah says, oh yeah, because sometimes like Russia is fighter jets are blue and ours are gray. Micah says, yeah, okay. So I learned something today, but it makes sense. It makes sense why it will be limited, because seeing the wrong color could be very deadly in real life and in battle. But I read somewhere that majority of the population that is colorblind is men. So Saucy says, do you have Spotify? No, I don't, but I know what it is. So my poll right now, I asked you guys, do you love yourself? And 100% of you said you do. That's really good. And you can't just say you love yourself, everybody. You can't just say, oh yeah, I love myself, but you're behaving in ways that's not, you're behaving in ways that's not a good example of self-love. Sussy, of course I have a YouTube. I'm literally on YouTube right now. Are you okay, Sussy? Yeah, so you got to make sure that your behavior is physically showing that you love yourself, not just saying, I love myself. You can't say you love yourself, but you're getting into dangerous behaviors or self harm behaviors, okay? You have to get the help that you need for that. And I'm always going to tell you all, if you're having any suicidal thoughts or if you're going through a crisis, call or text the number 988. Call or text the number 988 if you are having any suicidal thoughts or going through a crisis. Getting the help you need is important. If you don't have a medical doctor already, or psychologist or counselor or therapist to talk to, call or text 988. So she says, can you play from the underground? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not playing anything on live right now at all, Sussy. Micah says me. Okay. I'm supposed to be talking about the short that I made yesterday. I made a post on my community tab about a mom, about a mom who got arrested for tough parenting or poor parenting. She basically, there's a mom in Minnesota. She was very upset with her 12-year-old son for getting poor grades in school. So on their way to the tutoring center, she forced him out of the car on the highway, told him to walk 2 miles. He was crying on the highway. And people passing by in their cars and stuff like that noticed him crying, and they called the police. When the police got there, the boy didn't even know his mother's name. Who knows if he was just saying he didn't know her name because he didn't want her to get in trouble, or he really didn't know. I don't know. Maybe he has mental health issues and that's why he's having poor grades, and I feel like the mom should examine that. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I might dedicate a whole live to it. So long story short, the police arrested the mom, and she didn't serve long in jail. She ended up bailing out, and I think she was ordered to stay away from the son, and the son right now is staying with family while the mother gets her life together. And I hope the family that has the boy doesn't let her around him unsupervised, because she might want to take out her frustrations even more onto him, because she's probably like, well, it's because of you that I got arrested. Even though she made the poor decision as a parent, she might try to take it out on him. So I'm not sure if I'm going to dedicate a whole live to that, because that's off topic. But I just remembered that was the live I was supposed to do today. So I might go live again later and talk about that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that it's okay for a parent to be upset with you and force you out of the car on the highway and make you walk 2 miles because you did bad in school? There's some people who agree with the mom, like, oh, he needs to learn. And even the mom was saying that she wanted to teach him about labor, because she was saying that she's working like multiple jobs, trying to support them. But it's not your child's fault that you got to work multiple jobs. And I think a lot of parents made the mistake of making their children pay for their life, their poor life, choices. It's not our children's fault that we have to work hard or work in general. We would have to work and support ourselves, period. Everybody has to work. Like, everybody has to pay for bills. So you were going to have to pay for something. So I feel like the mom used the son as an excuse to just lose it on him. And I feel like some parents really try to adultify their children. They'll tell them to stay in their child's place in certain situations. And on other situations, like, oh, you need to grow up. You're going to be a man. You're going to be a big woman. Like, make up your mind. Are they a kid or are they not a kid? They are a kid. Like, if you study the mind of a child, you know that their brains are not even fully developed until like 25, 26. So a 12-year-old might seem like they're aware or they know right from wrong. Yeah, but you can't put heavy responsibilities on them. And anything could have happened to that boy on the highway. He could have been ran over by a drunk driver. He could have been abducted, kidnapped, sexually assaulted. Anything could have happened to him. And it would have been all her fault. Michael says, live the way you think you should. Sussy says, my llama just spat on me. Pip Maple says, love is subjective, and therefore the qualifying criteria to have that viewpoint is variable. If you feel so, Pip Maple, I don't think love is subjective, but that's on you. TWC Meyer says, hi. Hi, TWC. Okay, TWC, we're starting with that again. TWC, I had to put you in timeout because you're telling me about some pond. Please be appropriate. I know you guys like to be random. There's no pond around, and it's fall, almost winter. I'm not gonna go into any pond, and it's giving very much self-harm talk, and I don't like it, TWC. So please do better in the live streams. I appreciate your support, but I don't appreciate certain language that you guys use, okay? I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I put him on timeout. You're completely off topic, and you're talking about something that is not relatable. It depends. I could put you in timeout for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, or even like, I think 24 hours. But yeah, so who said love is subjective? Let me read the definition of love. So Pit Maple says love is subjective. I don't believe so, but let me look up the definition of love. Okay, let's look at so the definition of love: an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, feel deep affection for, like or enjoy very much. So how is it subjective? You like or you really adore yourself. Another definition is a quality or feeling of strong or constant affection for and dedication to another. So yeah, it's just it's just really liking yourself, dedicated to yourself, being affectionate towards yourself. I don't see how it's not complicated. So she says 24 hours. Yeah, up to 24 hours. You can even completely block them. So she says sheesh. Zerf says hi. Hi, Zerf. Sussy says, I protect people I love and care for. That's really good. I'm honestly gonna start doing my live stream subscriber mode only, where you have to be subscribed for a certain amount of time to even chat. I understand that live streams could be very all over the place. People are just coming from all over the world, all different mindsets, all different ages. But certain comments are just doing too much. It's just so random and attention seeking. It's different if I was like, comment in the chat anything you want, just the wildest, craziest things that come to your brain. That's not what we're talking about. Sussy says, you don't believe in those spirits that people say. I believe those good spirits like God has protected me. I don't know if I believe in spirits, to be honest with you. But yeah, love is not subjective. The person who said that, I disagree. I feel like people try to make love be subjective because they were like, oh, well, for example, somebody who's abusive is going to say they love you. Somebody that's abusive will punch their partner in the face and be like, oh, I'm sorry I did that to you. I love you. I love you. I didn't mean to do that. You know I love you. Or a person cheats on their partner. I love you. A parent beats on their child. I love you. I hit you because I love you. In their mind, love is subjective. Like, oh, even though I shouldn't be doing that. I love you, and that's why I did it. Love is not subjective. Subjective. Let me look at the definition. Subjective means that it depends on the person or the situation. Like it depends on your mindset or something. Let me look at the word subjective, what it means. Subjective meaning. Subjective means based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. So yeah. So it means based on or influenced by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. So love is not an opinion thing. It's a fact. Love is this. Love is intense love and admiration for something or someone or, or self. Love is not subjective, in my opinion. I think that's language that some abusive people can use to kind of gaslight you into believing something that's not real. It's either love or it's not. That's it. It's either love or it's not love. It's not subjective. Let's do a poll on that. So let's end this current poll. The current poll says, do you love yourself? And 88% of you said yes, and 12% of you said no. I hope the 12% that don't love yourself, please find a way to yourself. Love yourself. Embrace your inner child. Whatever you've been through in your childhood or younger years, forgive yourself and get the help that you need, okay? So let me ask another question. Is love subjective? Is love subjective? Sussy says, I'm a teenager. Yeah, I figured you're in high school. Sussy says, so my childhood was good. I'm happy for you, Sussy. Not everyone could say that. Not everyone can say that they had a good childhood, and I'm one of those people. I'm a survivor. I've lived through a lot, and I'm here today, and I'm going. There are times I behaved in ways that I didn't love myself, but I do love myself, and I was always chasing love. But then you got to chase yourself. Like, I think when you don't get the love that you need from home, from your family, you end up chasing things that appear to be love, but it's really not. When you should have been chasing yourself, loving yourself. The more other people don't love you, the more you should love yourself. The more you should gravitate to yourself, because the way people treat you says more about themselves and not you. Okay? People got their own problems going on, so you can expect people to treat you the right way. You have to love yourself, treat yourself good, show other people how you should be treated and how you require to be treated. So like I said, the more someone treats you bad, the more you need to love yourself, because I don't want you to internalize that as, oh, they don't love me, they're not treating me right, so that means I'm bad and something's wrong with me. No, something is wrong with them. If someone is treating you wrong, something is wrong with them. Stay away from people like that if you can. Sussy says, I support you because you kept going forward no matter the terror you faced. Thank you, Sussy. Thank you very much. I'm going to try to go back to the better view here, since I don't see anybody here at the moment. Hopefully they don't come back around. So it's a beautiful view, but there's consequences. There's unfortunate things I have to deal with people walking by and all this other stuff. I want you guys to have a good view to look at while I'm talking to you. I know that some people really want me to show my face. It's not going to happen. If I ever show my face, it's by accident. But my intention is for you to see life from my point of view, what I'm looking at. And use your imagination. Like, we all know what people look like. A human, woman, man, we might have different hair texture, different skin complexion, different heights, different body weights, but we're all human. We all bleed, okay? We all hurt and feel pain. And I feel like people try to dehumanize people a lot for whatever reason. I don't, yeah. Hurt people, but we're not doing that over here. If you are unhappy with your life, get the help you need and stop going around making people's lives miserable. Sasi says it's sad that some people do self-harm. No, it really is sad. But it's sad what took them to that point of self-harm. And some people do self-harm in ways that you might not think is self-harm. For example, like traditionally we feel like self-harm is cutting yourself or doing drugs, hard drugs, right? You know, self-harm could also be having multiple sex partners and you're not using any protection, you're not checking their background, you're not checking their mental health status and all that. That's also a form of self-harm. Drunk driving is self-harm. Not only can you harm someone else by crashing and killing people, you can hurt yourself. Doing hard drugs is self-harm, you know. I think there's a term. I'm gonna look it up. Sussy says, but we do not focus on self-harm. We're gonna stay on good thoughts. Yes, definitely. We gotta stay on good thoughts. Love yourself enough to not hurt yourself. Okay? Loving yourself does not involve hurting yourself. That's not love. This might be the only time I go live today. I'm not sure I'll go live later, but maybe I will. But this might be it for today. I'll be on for another 13 minutes. So let's look up self-love examples. Let's look at some examples of self-love from according to Google. So examples of self-love from sources across the web. Forgive yourself. So that's a form of self-love. Forgive yourselves for your failings. Holding a grudge against yourself gets in the way of self-love. It's inevitable. That word gets on my nerves. Another word for that is unavoidable in a relationship. Anyways, I'm not gonna read that whole thing. So another way of self-love is practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. It might sound cheesy, but studies show it works. Gratitude has a positive effect on our well-being. Set boundaries. You're allowed to draw your own personal lines and stick to them. You don't owe people explanations or the chance to negotiate. Meditate. Take time out to calm your mind every day. Breathe in and out. Purge your ideas from your head and then simply be. Acknowledging your feelings. It is a way of relating to yourself that involves being understanding for yourself. For your mistakes, understanding your losses, and being able to effectively communicate. Be self-compassionate. Self-compassion involves being compassionate, showing sympathy and concern toward yourself. Sussy says no. Sussy says don't end, please. Micah Hoover says I have to leave. See you later, Micah. Sussy says wait, I'm sub to you, so I'll get notified when you go live again. I will. Yes, thank you, Sussy. Sussy says I wish more people were like you. Thank you, Sussy. Sussy says positive people like you. Thank you. So self-care. Society has taught us that taking care of ourselves is selfish. And God forbid, this is what we fear the most. So self-care is really important, y'all. So whether it's taking a nice bubble bath, getting a pedicure, getting a manicure, going for a walk, taking time to yourself, getting a massage, doing something that you love. All right, also, another way to show self-love is accept your flaws. Steps to self-love are not about thinking you are the smartest, prettiest, or most talented person in the world. So to accept your flaws for who you are. Affirmations. Incorporating positive self-talk and affirmations into your daily routine is a powerful strategy for enhancing self-love. Another form of self-love is ask for what you need. Tell the people you love when you need help or time or space. Be kind to yourself. The world is full of harsh words and critique. Don't add yourself to the mix. Speak kindly to yourself and don't call yourself mean words. Becoming mindful. People who have more self-love tend to know what they think, feel, and want. Taking actions based on need rather than want. I love myself. Self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. List positive things about yourself. Make a list of your best traits and accomplishments. And next time you feel joyous, make a list of your best traits and accomplishments the next time you feel joyous and in control of the universe. Listen to our bodies. Self-compassion is all about turning our sense of compassion toward the self. So it's a lot of ways, you all. Let me show you some of the rest of it. I'm not going to read all of it. It's a lot. These are other ways to show self-love, okay? Refraining from self-criticism and self-judgment. Say no to others. Stop comparing yourself. Write yourself a love letter. Be honest with yourself. Be mindful when you eat. Book a massage. Celebrate the small wins. And check in with yourself emotionally. So check in with yourself emotionally. Find a seat, get a cup of coffee, and share your day's events. What mood are you in? So just be self-aware, everybody. Sussy says there's a rumbling out by me, aka thunder. Okay. It's gonna rain. I find rain peaceful. I agree, Sussy. I really love rain. Especially when you don't have to drive in it or you don't have to be outside. Yeah, some people sleep with rain sounds. I have a video that I fell asleep while on live and I was playing rain sounds. And it's like my longest live. I think it's like 3 hours long. And almost at the hour mark is when you can hear the constant rain sounds. Maxib Products says hello. Hi, Maxib Products. Oh, it's gonna rain hard, Sussy? How do you know? Is it raining right now, or you said you heard thunder, so do you hear the rain too? Wow, most of you so far think that love is subjective. I disagree. Let me see what Google thinks about that. Is love subjective? According to Google, love is subjective. So I guess you guys are right. Okay, so according to Google, yes, love is subjective because it's an experience that varies from person to person and relationship to relationship. This is because each person's idea of love is shaped by their own experiences and values. I don't know. I just feel like if it has anything to do with like toxic and abuse, I don't think that's love. So that's why I don't feel like subjective. In intimate relationships, the subjective experience is more important than objective truth. This is because each person in a relationship experiences the world in the relationship differently. In a healthy relationship, both voices are heard and respected. Subjective means based on feelings, opinions, or emotions. Objective means based on facts. So I believe in objective. I believe that love is objective, not subjective. So according to this, it says love has two aspects, subjective and objective. Subjective love is something conscious and imaginative depending on individual point of view. But the objective love is the essence of love, which is unconscious and spontaneous. I agree and objective. Because we can imagine what we want love to be in our mind, but like if that's not reality. Sussy says there's lightning. Sussy says if you didn't know, based on how loud the thunder is, that tells you how hard it's gonna rain. I didn't know that. Max CB Product says I'm the gaming kid or brothers, but I have no gaming idea. And then my friend made a website selling things. Oh hi, welcome back. I haven't seen in a while. So you haven't been doing any gaming lately? Well, it's nice to see you back around. I hope all is well with you. I hope all is well with you. I'm only going to be on for like another 4 minutes, everybody. I appreciate anybody who came into this live stream. And I want you guys to love yourself, take care of yourself, and get help if you need it, okay? Don't be so tough and independent that you don't reach out for help that you actually need, okay? Sussy says, I've been here for a while. Yeah, you've been here for a while. Thank you, Sussy. I appreciate your support. You are the real MVP for the day. Thank you so much. Remember those walls I built? Oh, baby, they tumbling down. They didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, I got my angel now. Thank you, Sussy. I appreciate it very much. Like I always say in my lives, people probably get tired of me sometimes, but it is what it is. It doesn't matter to me. Singing keeps me sane. Singing has got me through a lot of hard times, a lot of dark times, and sometimes I sing to release anxiety or stress. So anybody who loves to sing, keep singing. It doesn't matter if you're off key or off tune or whatever. Just sing. Too many critical people out there who want to project onto you because they are not perfect and they expect you to be perfect. Oh, you don't sound right. You're off key. You sound too low. You sound too high. You're no Beyonce. Don't let self-doubt and other people's, negative words get to you. So many people hate themselves and they want you to hate yourself just like they hate themselves, but don't do it. Don't give in. Say, no, not going to work on me. I love myself. I don't know about you, but I love myself. And happy people don't go around trying to make people miserable. If you're happy and I'm doing something that you don't like, move around, go somewhere else. No one it's so many YouTube channels, so many social medias. No one is forced to be where you are. If someone doesn't like you, they need to get away from you. They don't like the way you sound. They don't like the way you look. You guys, on a recent video I did about child abuse survivors, somebody left a comment on my video. I might attach the video to this live. I don't know. But the last video I did, someone left a comment says, something about they wanted to support me or they wanted to watch, but they were distracted by my mouth sounds. So I guess the person doesn't like the way I sound when I talk. The person said they don't like my mouth sounds, which is a really weird comment. Like, it's so easy to just say, you know what? I can't stand the way she sounds. Let me just walk away or leave her video. There's so many videos I hear where the sound is off, the person's voice is off, and I can't understand or I don't know what they're talking about. And instead of saying, oh, you suck, I don't want to hear you anymore, so I'm going to get off your video. Just go somewhere else. There's millions of YouTube channels. Is it millions, what I would say? Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube channels out there. If I'm not for you, someone else will be for you. I just want people to keep your negative thoughts to yourself. If you don't like somebody, go love yourself and leave people alone. People are just so, trust me, we all have opinions. We all are opinionated. Sometimes we judge people. But make sure you got yourself together before you want to go judge people. But we all have our opinions. And everything is not meant to be said out loud. If everybody said everything they felt about you, you would probably be crying in the corner, in shambles. People can dish it, but they can't take it. They want to tell you, criticize you about everything about your life. But the moment you talk about them, it's like, oh, how dare you? Oh, ooh, ooh. And some people like to hit me below the belt. They come at you in the wrong way, and then you say something back, and then they want to go low. But you look, I know Michelle Obama says when they go low, we go high. But sometimes you got to go low with people and then be done with it and walk away. But it's best to just walk away from people that's toxic and who just wants you to be miserable like them. They're not worth it. They're not worth your time at all. Sussy says, I don't listen to what other people have to say. Sussy says, if it's mean, I don't know. I think they just jealous. Sussy says they are just jealous. Why are humans like this? Thank you, Sussy. And I told the person, look, I'll make even more loud mouth sounds for you. Let me stop. I'm being silly. Don't mind me, y'all. But that comment was just like, I just don't understand people. But that's the thing about social media. People who are anonymous or faceless, they want to come and think they're doing something by saying something negative to you or just whatever thought that comes to their mind. But you got to understand, it is the internet, and you're going to find all different kind of people, all different kind of comments. Everyone is not going to be nice and sweet. You just have to not let their energy penetrate you too hard where you're taking it personal or you're getting upset about it. I was annoyed by it. It's just a reminder that this is the internet and you're going to get randoms and weirdos all over the world. Sussy says, your voice is beautiful no matter what. I appreciate it, Sussy. Sussy says, don't let anyone make you feel or think differently. So, Sussy, I'm going to go now. Thank you for joining my live. I will try to come back later if I can. Oh, you can share this?